Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the Week 13 preview of fantasy football.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
reality.
reality. Now, Week 12, we didn't do a recap show because we have to do an early preview show because tomorrow's Thanksgiving and there's 3 games and there's a game on Friday. So we're just doing
And
the
Monday
big,
and Sunday, every
yeah,
day,
exactly. The whole weekend, all NFL except for Saturday. Saturday still belongs to college.
right?
But a lot going on, a lot of incredible stuff to cover. Looking back just for a moment at week 12, a lot of things. I nailed JSN being wide receiver one.
You got the wide receiver one,
Yep.
JSN, who is the wide receiver one, versus Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Easy pickings.
That's a
Easy
good one.
pickings.
Hey, he still got to do it, man. He still has to do it.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, overall, Joe Burrow, I was in Vegas and they hadn't announced whether or not Joe Burrow was going to play yet. And I wanted to get in on the odds before they announced he was going to play because it really looked like, I mean, come on, they can't lose this game and why would they bring him back then? And then, so I went ahead and put the bets down on the Bengals before the line changed. And then they announced he wasn't going to play. And I basically just tore up those two tickets.
wait a minute. Burrow?
Last week, going into last week.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry.
No,
I thought,
going
I
into
was like, I
last week
thought he
when I
was
was in
playing.
Vegas. No, he is playing. He
Okay,
is
got it.
playing this
My
week,
bad.
finally, a week
Yes,
after
yes.
I'm no longer in Vegas.
To
Which I
make
meant
any
to bet it
moves?
before they announced he was going to play, and now they have announced it, so I'm sure the line has changed.
Right,
So,
right. What do you think of that decision, by the way? I'm not sure that they are even statistically viable playoff
I
wise.
think what's left. I mean, in the actual football season, there's what like 5 games left, 6 games left, and I think they're feeling as if they win those, then they'll have 9 wins, and then they have a shot.
Yeah, there's 4 games, right? Each one plays 17 and they all have a bye except this week where no one's on bye. I
Right,
think that's right.
something like that.
Anyway,
We'll see.
yeah, I got to look at the record. I don't know. It just feels like their
I know
division.
it seems like it's out of, but also, I think
Like,
there's a lot of, if he's healthy and can play, but then doesn't, it's like, what kind of a team leader are you?
true that.
To
Yeah,
just be
it
like,
doesn't send
you
a
know what,
great
guys,
message.
season's a wash. I'm just going to be over here on the sideline chilling now. Like, I think that in itself is a bad look, especially when you're being paid and you're the star and, your
Well, I
team.
would hope that that decision would be taken out of his hands, right? And that somebody else would be like, okay, we're going to let you play this week,
Yeah.
or we're
And how
not.
much do owners love paying guys to sit on the sideline?
I mean, ask Jerry.
They love paying guys to get out there and get injured. So they
Yeah,
don't like them sitting around making tens of millions of bucks for nothing. So I'm sure
of
you leave
course.
that up to the team, and they're gonna be like, yeah, get the hell out there and play. We have fans coming. We want to sell some tickets.
Now there
Not
you
sell.
go. Now
Yeah,
you're talking. Now you're
yeah, we're not
talking.
selling tickets with the other guy. We need you out there
With
so we get our
Browning
prime
or
time and everything
Flacco,
else.
I mean, Flacco, if he had won the last two, they would have. But,
Right.
you know, he didn't.
He did.
Anyway, a lot of news, man,
A lot of
coming
news.
up. Are you still looking back or do you want to?
No, let's go forward. It's time to go forward.
Let's do it. I mean, with JJ McCarthy being out, it's funny because what I had on my initial list before we started was this is the week that the Seattle Seahawks make JJ McCarthy question his life choices. Like that was going to be my this is the week. I feel the same now for poor Max Brosmer. Remember that was the guy
Rosmer,
with
I think is his name. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brosmer?
Boy, I'll tell you
Brosmer?
again, I hate to bring it back to the Shador conspiracy, but they
Ah,
really left themselves in a lurch, not bringing anybody else in. Not bringing, they're like, nope, it's JJ or nothing. It's like, well, guess what? You got nothing now. You got nothing.
and you know what's great is that they have to play this week looking across the table at Sam Darnold,
Yeah, who they let go,
the guy
who's
that
now
they let
lighting
walk
it
out
up
with
in
14
Seattle.
wins.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I don't know, man. I mean, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, all of them. They're even
Jefferson
Aaron.
has been made irrelevant by this decision making
I don't
in
know how you can play him
Minnesota.
this week with Brosmer. I mean, what is that? I don't know what that is. I'm
You
not sure I could do it. I don't think
and
I could do it.
the idea of sitting him seems impossible, but the idea of playing him seems also impossible.
That is perfect. You nailed it.
I
Yeah.
mean,
What do you do?
Brosmer versus Seattle. I
I
will
mean,
say,
come
well, this,
on.
this this theme with the Seattle Minnesota situation is going to come up repeatedly during this, especially
You
when we
think?
get to the starts and sits, and this is the
Sure,
week.
of course. Yes. It's such a great, mismatch that it's
Yeah,
easy to exploit, on the
yeah, yeah.
picks for sure. But, we also have, but you got to be thankful, right? Because I know, especially against me and you, which for me, it doesn't mean much, but for you, this is a big game, but you've made some great moves. I love what you've done in there. But you got Bucky Irving back. That's a great one. He's definitely
But the problem with that is they're like, we don't. He's going to be on a limited touch
limited snap
count,
count.
and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh,
But you
okay.
can't sit there and
Well, you
hold
can't
them.
leave him out. You can't leave him
Like
out.
what was your other choice? If Bucky, who I can't remember who else you have. I'm
Um,
just curious. But I mean, you got to play Bucky anyway. You've been
yeah,
waiting this
I have
long.
Rico Dowdle, but he's up against the Rams, which is incredibly difficult.
Boy, that's actually an interesting choice. It's an interesting choice.
It is an interesting choice. So those are my other choices. It would be between Bucky versus Arizona and
Mhm.
Dowdle versus the Rams. And Dowdle's not been first 2 weeks Dowdle lately. He's been more
No,
of the 50-50 Dowdle.
I don't think it's his fault. They aren't giving him the ball. I don't understand it. When they did that, he ran all over everybody and they were winning.
Yeah.
And then they said, hey, you know what? Let's put it back in Bryce Young's hands. And sometimes he looks great. And sometimes, like last week, he looked terrible, but their defense looked really good.
Defense is good. We've talked
And
about their
Dowdle
defense
looked good.
many times on this show. That you got to put some respect on that Carolina defensive name.
Yeah.
They're a good defense, and Bryce Young is. I think he's demonstrated he's much better at home than on the road.
Is that it?
Although
Is it
I
a
guess
home
he
road
had the big
split?
game in Atlanta. I think they were
Right.
in
That was
Atlanta.
his big 400
The
and what was
400
it?
yard game. Although I knew not to expect that last week.
I
And he went
didn't
out.
expect that last week, but I expected more than what I
I
got. I
did
can tell
too.
you
I
that. I
expected
can
him to
tell you
land
that.
between his high and his low, to land somewhere around 200 yards, and he didn't even whiff it.
So
So
that's exactly, you almost got it exact. That was the pick'em prop. And I took the over. It was
I did
200,
too, because it was 203 yards.
202. I think it was
Yeah,
202,
yeah, yeah,
203.
yeah.
I
And
took the
I'm
over and I
like,
thought
I
he could
think he
do
could top
that.
it. Now my
He'll do
gosh, this is a
that.
good line, but I expected it to be like, nah, stink burger,
And it
total
was
stink burger.
less, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's hard to trust anyone over there except, I mean, look, Tenero McMillan at least is somebody that you can rely on. I
yeah.
mean, even in a bad game, he still was the guy that got the touchdown. So I would trust him, but I don't know, man. It's scary.
It's very
Uh,
scary.
Drake London, of course, and Baker Mayfield, both a doubtful.
Boy, I knew
I,
you were gonna bring that
I,
up.
I can't, I
I
can't, bro.
saw that
I
on
got
Drake
both these
London.
mother effers.
Now,
And you
I
guys,
told
come
you to
on.
start Darnell Mooney, and even though he didn't have huge targets or
He
receptions,
did pretty good.
he did land a huge 40+ yard touchdown. And that in fantasy, that's all you need. But it does
So,
make you question that even though Drake is probably not going to play again, is he still startable? Because you didn't see an uptick in targets really.
who, Darnell Mooney?
Yeah.
Of course he started. Of course. Drake London's out.
I
And
know. It just you
Cousins
didn't.
and Cousins
You
and
can't
Mooney are
count on a
just getting
40+
started.
yard touchdown every week. I mean, I thought
No, but
Cousins
they're just getting
would get him
started
the
and they've
ball a little
worked
bit
in the
more.
past. He's like a Michael Wilson. You know what I mean? He's a
Yep, yep,
guy that you
yep.
can trust. This quarterback and this guy work great. And they
Yeah.
just do that and they do it.
The Michael
So
Wilson thing
yes,
is real. You nailed it. I didn't believe it, but it's happening.
Brissett, Wilson, 15 targets, man. They're smart. These are the smart guys. These are the ones that we love in fantasy anyway. At least we think they're brilliant because they're like, yeah, hyper target that guy, the guy I've got.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
The
a
guy I have,
genius.
hyper target.
Yeah,
And
you're
you
a
love it when they
genius.
hyper target a guy on your team. You're like, you know.
You're like, that's what I've been talking about. It's like the anti
Excuse
DK
me.
Metcalf situation.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
So Josh Jacobs is in. Pickens is cleared. Pacheco is in. I'm not sure how you feel about that with Hunt. What a great matchup versus Dallas. One of these guys, if not both.
Sorry,
Yeah.
keep going.
No. One of these guys, if not both, are going to get in the end zone, in my opinion. Hunt or
Probably
Pacheco. Yeah,
it will probably be Hunt.
that's my guess.
And Pacheco, let's remember, he was not effective before the injury.
No,
So I
before
don't
the
know what makes anybody think he's going to be awesome after the injury against a vastly improved Cowboys defensive line.
so I don't think we think he's going to be awesome. I think about it and I'm like, dang, I think that the coaches are going to play Isaiah Pacheco as the first
Excuse me.
and second, or maybe even third, well, first and second down guy. And I think he's going to have so many opportunities. Look what they did with Kareem Hunt versus the Colts last week. He had 30 freaking opportunities, wound up going over 100 yards, and that's Kareem Hunt. I mean, that
I
average is
know,
not,
but I mean,
yeah.
again, Pacheco didn't look good. He just
Yeah, but he's
didn't.
playing Dallas, and Dallas's run. I mean, I know our defense has improved, I, and I got something to say about that later. But anyways,
Okay.
okay, all
But
right.
to me, Pacheco
Yeah,
being back is a big fat so what?
you don't think it's
Even
going to
though
harm
normally,
Kareem Hunt?
oh, I think it'll harm Kareem Hunt, and that's the only person it'll harm.
Well, you want to exploit these great matchups, and you want to pick one of these guys. I think it is Hunt, but I think that it's going to be one of these at the beginning, like Tracy and Singletary, or like
Right.
what I mean, where Tracy will get all like a lot of the rushing opportunities, but all the goal line, all the scoring will go to the other guy, and
Although that
it's
wasn't
gonna
the case last week because I played
no,
Singletary and it was a banana right in my tailpipe.
yeah, yeah, that one didn't work out.
Boy, I tell you what,
Um,
did you see that Brock Wright is now injured too? Like the
yeah,
Lions are just straight up out of tight ends.
yeah, it's weird.
I don't even know who the next man up is at this point.
It's probably a guy who is actually a third or fourth string player as a running back or a tight or a wide receiver or something.
Let's look it
Not an
up.
actual
I'm
tight
gonna
end
check it.
position. Somebody who played tight end in high school.
No, that's not what it asked.
But I love that. Oh, hey, while you're looking that up, what do you think of this? I know it's probably nothing, but it is somewhat. We should at least say something. Brandon Cooks, the newest member of the Buffalo Bills. How do you feel? Does it make any difference at all to you?
Boy, I tell you what, when you look at Keon Coleman and the
Mm,
fact that they would rather sign a guy off the couch than put you back in, you have blown the greatest opportunity of
opportunity.
your life. And don't think that you're going to be able to go to some other team and switch it back on. When the problem isn't injury, the problem is just your attitude.
Yeah,
This isn't boding well for a team to be like, bring that on over here. We'll take that. I don't
right.
know that he gets another chance in the NFL. I think it's very. I mean, it's awful for him. Brandon Cooks, hey, grab him, see what happens. You never know. They need
Look,
help,
he'll
and guess
definitely
what?
get.
If he's
I
still got,
guarantee. I can
if he,
guarantee he'll get another chance in the NFL.
if
Look
he
how many
still has
chances.
speed, if Brandon Cooks still has speed,
Yeah,
they need him downfield, and he might wind up
it'll be interesting. It
being
might be interesting. Look,
interesting.
Josh Allen is pretty good. Um, right. I mean, he's the MVP. I think he might do all right in this league.
Yeah,
Um,
he just
you
needs another
he's doing it
capable receiver. He only has
exactly.
one.
Correct. And even the other guy that he relied on the most, he's been out for a couple of weeks. Is Kincaid? Is there any update on him? I don't even know if he's going to play. Kincaid,
I don't
but
know. I haven't looked. We'll look that up. But I'll tell you this: the backup
yeah,
tight ends now are
yeah.
for Detroit Lions, Ross Dwelly and Anthony Ferkser.
Oh, Ferkser, I know that one. I know that name.
I know both names. I
I
don't know
don't
what
know
they're
the
going
other
to
one. What was the
do.
first one?
Ross Dwelly.
I don't know Dwelly.
I
I
think
don't
he's
know if
been
I've.
with them for a few seasons. It's not. He's not a rookie by any means.
Yeah, he never made it into the files. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, neither one of them I see being a viable option. I don't
Yeah, I
see
mean
how they.
Brock Wright was not an option
Yeah, that's what
when
I'm
he
saying.
was
So I
healthy.
mean, it's just interesting. This is who they're down to, but I mean, ultimately, losing a weapon like that is impactful for their offense.
Of course. Listen, can we talk just quickly about the New York Giants versus the Detroit Lions game and how bananas it
Shocker that
was?
was,
Of
boy. That
everything
was.
that we thought it would be, it was not. We thought it was going to be an absolute drubbing,
Yep.
right?
I thought
Against
the Lions would be defense number one.
I saw you drop them in our league to take out the Colts. I saw that. Saw that.
Well, they aren't as necessary for the rest of the run because Detroit's rest of run is all very difficult.
Yeah. And Green Bay
Everyone
is
they
a
see the rest of
crapshoot.
the way, yeah, exactly. From Green Bay for the next 6 weeks, it's all red. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let them go now.
Yeah. Someone
Whereas
else
for the
can
Colts,
grab that.
it
Yeah.
goes, it's very, very blue skies ahead for their
Green.
defense.
Green.
So for whatever run I might be able to get on, they're definitely going to help. Um,
But remember, Scott
Dalton,
Stradamus, this is the week. Jameer Gibbs, running back #1. That one was almost record setting for the
yeah, but
NFL. Like,
you said he would be RB2.
no, I said he would. I was joking when I said, and then I went, you watch, you look at the tape. In the end, I said, he will be RB1.
No, you were
Check the
very
tape.
high on Jonathan Taylor. You
No, no,
made
no.
it
It was a joke
clear.
because I said that the week
You
before
made
that
it
it's
clear it
always
would
this
be
is the week.
Jonathan
No.
Taylor and Gibbs would be
Look, check the tape.
RB2.
Check the tape. I'm
Someone
taking
else go
full
check the
credit
tape.
on this
I
one.
was there. I know what you said.
I take full credit on this one. And I was right.
Well, I'm giving you zero credit on
I
this
understand.
one.
I will check the tape. I will give you the splice and I will send it to you and show
Oh,
you.
the splice. You heard that, everyone. The splice. Okay.
Yeah, well, you don't want the whole thing.
No, you obviously
Anyway.
you're going to splice off the part where you said it was clearly going to be Jonathan Taylor.
I didn't. You'll see. Anyway, well, you've got the tape. I'll tell you when to listen. When that conversation, you listen yourself.
I assure you I
must
won't.
start. I promise you. I'll bet you $5 right now.
I'm just not going to listen.
$5. If you
I'm not
listen
listening.
and you think you're right, okay,
I'm not spending the time on it. Let's go
that means
forward.
that I'm right because
No,
you
it
won't do it for
doesn't.
$5.
I know you're wrong. I heard you say
yeah,
it.
that's why you won't take $5. Anyway, here we go. Must start. I said Brissett, he got 22 points. I said must start AJ Brown, 23 points, and must start Michael Wilson, 15 attempts, 10 receptions, 118 yards, 19 points. One of these days he's going to get a touchdown, and that's going to be he's going to be a 25 guy. And the dice roll Cleveland plus 3.5. I think we both had that one over Vegas. Yes,
I think that was my actual lock, and
that was your lock.
Yeah, and they won.
Good
yeah,
one.
and they nailed it. So I would have to go back and look at the notes and see what else I predicted. But let's move forward. This is the week
What you got?
that Justin Herbert ends up QB1. He's got a sweet matchup coming off a bye, coming off of a humiliating loss to Jacksonville, playing against Las Vegas at home. Vegas, as we know, is the get-right girl of the NFL right there with the Titans. They are the ones you want to see when you need to get your groove back. And I think Herbert is going to light them up, so much so that I'm considering going to the game.
Oh, wow. I wonder how much that'll cost. Won't that be?
There's some pretty good deals right now. There's some pretty good deals.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
dude, if
well,
you
a lot of
do
people
it,
are out of town this weekend or coming back on Sunday,
Ah.
so there's a ton of tickets available.
fun. Oh my God, I hope you make it. That'd be
I almost
awesome.
bought one this afternoon. It was such a great deal, and I was like, let's wait till after Thanksgiving. I don't know what's happening.
Do you know that I always now, because I'm afraid we're going to pick the same, I always pick two. And Justin Herbert was on my
One
list
of those
as well.
picks?
Yes, it was between him or this is the week. Josh Allen is quarterback #1. Everybody knows an angry Josh Allen is a scary Josh Allen.
Very true.
Right? He's got Pittsburgh's defense. He was humiliated. He was embarrassed. He represents the NFL with that MVP situation. He is going to go out there and whoop up on Pittsburgh.
Well, I certainly look forward to seeing that because I need it.
You got it.
Also, this is the week, if you're in the hunt, if you're one of those bubble teams, which it seems like all of mine are this year, it just might be time to kneel and pray. And when I say that, specifically Devin Neal. And pray.
Yeah.
Because if it is one thing I do like, it's fresh legs at the end of the season.
Well, just found out he's got a messed up ankle.
A little bit of an ankle, but he's already practicing in a limited fashion on Wednesday, which bodes well for him to play, right? But, I do like fresh legs late in the season when a guy comes in, something to prove. This is always a great situation. Kamara is not going to play this week.
No.
I mean, I picked him up in as many places as I could because I need all the help I can get. As much as I love Manangai, yes, he keeps getting in the end zone, but his touches are so limited.
If you don't get in the end zone,
You got
it's
nothing.
a dud.
Nothing.
It's
And then every
less
time
than
he gets in,
three.
that's like
Yeah,
he hit the end zone in 3 of the last 4. And I'm like, well, then he definitely isn't next week.
right.
I don't want to be the guy
He's
chasing it.
due.
And
He's due.
the only way he does is if I don't play. I don't know. It's frustrating. I wish they would, but Swift is still running great. I totally get that. So that being the case, Devin Neal maybe
This is the week to kneel and pray.
kneel and pray,
Kneel and
baby.
pray. That's
Kneel
perfect.
and pray.
Because if you are starting Devin Neal, you are praying.
Yeah.
It is really a total what's in the box. And you don't like to start that. You want to see on the bench what's in the
You
box.
saw a little bit
Yeah.
of it last week. And what was
Yes.
encouraging the most was he was getting a lot of passing action.
Yes. I think 6
And
targets.
I know. And I
Yeah.
was like, ooh, I like that. Even if he doesn't do incredible on the ground, he can make it up in the air, which to me makes him a very viable kneel and pray option.
Yeah, that is perfect. That is what I'm doing. I will be kneeling and praying.
I will as
You
well.
know
Oh, I
what?
saw you picked him up and you're playing him against me in our league of record.
Yeah, and you get Bucky back. I'm really excited to see how that plays out with Bucky possibly limited and a 3-headed monster. Anyway, it's going to be weird. It's going to be fun.
And you know what's weird? This is the kind of game, because it's such a lopsided matchup on paper. This could be just one of those games where Dowdle comes back to life. Where they try to lean on Dowdle and he breaks a couple and he gets him getting 2 scores and 109 yards. Even though it's against a team that he absolutely isn't supposed to get anything against.
Well, you
Don't
saw
be
what
surprised.
happened when you leaned on Bryce Young, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't good. You better lean on Dowdle.
Yeah,
You better lean on Dowdle.
So just don't be surprised, even though we're not in that segment yet.
Yeah, I was
if
like,
Dowdle actually comes out and surprises everybody with a good game. I'm not saying start him. I'm actually saying sit him, but just don't be surprised because I just feel like they might have to rely on that and they're at home.
I totally understand both sides of that argument. But you know what? This is the week. Jamar, spit at your face, Chase. Gonna be wide receiver number 1. Joe is back. Okay.
Yeah, Daddy's home.
No
Daddy's
T. Higgins.
home, Who Day Nation.
And T. Higgins, he gone. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great.
I
I'm
agree
excited.
with you. I 100% agree with you. That is my wide receiver 1 on the week 2. I think Burrow is coming out with a vengeance. I think they're going to connect short. I think they're going to connect deep. I think they're going to connect over the middle. I think they're going to connect along the boundary. I think it's going to be the Joe and Schmo show.
Right, exactly. Day. Yep, totally. I can't wait. I think it will be extremely exciting.
I think that Burrow, or rather, I think Herbert will ultimately be better than Burrow numerically because he has more receivers to pass to.
So, hey, can I ask just a quick aside on this? How would you rank all of the pass catchers, including Gadsden, this week for Burrow? It's obviously, I think McConkey
Burrow
first.
Or for Herbert?
No, for Herbert. So obviously McConkey first.
Totally.
Right? Now, who do you put next?
Okay, so here I'm struggling with this so hard.
Right? I'm curious because I am too.
Because on one team, my Comedians League team, the one that I'm in this desperado situation with, just teetering on the bubble, on the bottom of the. I need to win out. I took a tough loss. I picked everybody wrong last week. DJ Moore comes out of nowhere and scores 2 touchdowns, which he's given you nothing for 3-4 weeks. And then he gets, so every choice I made was wrong. K. Dotton was terrible. Theo Johnson put up 10 points. Everything.
That was interesting. There was some downfield stuff to him too. Anyway, go ahead.
I know.
Theo,
so it was all very. Yeah. So I made every wrong choice with that team that I could make. And this week I'm in the kneel and praise situation. But I forgot where I was going with that.
So here we go. Remember, it's
right. So I have both of them
on that lid. Gadsden.
Okay. So now we're talking about Quentin Johnston coming off a total bagel in Jacksonville, which bodes well for a bounce back game. But Keenan Allen has the safer floor in terms of receptions and targets.
100% yes.
And
Yes.
so I'm kind of stuck because I don't want to play them both because I picked up John Mechie, and Mechie's been very
Oh yeah, I'd play
consistent.
Mtch. I'd play Mtch over
So right, so it's Mechie over whom? Now we're stuck right there
yeah,
because
there. That's the hard
it'd
part.
probably
I'm
be
trying to figure out.
McConkey,
Yeah. Yeah.
Gadsden, and then which of these two? And they both might have a good game, or maybe just one of them has a good game. Somebody might have a big
Well,
game.
I tell you what, if I'm going to play that game, I'll play Keenan and I'll sit Quentin Johnston because he's got the safer floor, as you said. I'm looking for the home run over here. I need to have a safer floor over here, you know? So I would do it that way,
That,
personally.
and I've got Gadsden in that same lineup, so it's like
Bring it all. It's going to be awesome. He's
it
going to
could be
feast.
all. I mean, that's the thing. Right now, I
Yes.
have all right. Well, right now I took out Johnston for Mechie.
Wow. Doesn't that seem crazy? And by the way, props to you bringing that up like three weeks ago,
The
two,
day he got
three.
traded, the week he got traded.
It was, you know, you were like, oh, this is probably for Dynasty. This is nothing really. And you were like, it was just a weird little thing at the end. You just want to bring it to people's attention. And now it is so relevant. He is one of the top waiver wire ads across all platforms. And I got to say, man, that if that's not a Greg Stradamus, I don't know what is. That is
I remember
pretty
we
impressive.
talked about it. I was just like,
Yeah.
this guy had so much potential. Then you mentioned I knew he was out for a season. It was the cancer. It wasn't an injury. He got like
Right.
testicular cancer and lost all season. Then he came
It was
back, couldn't
leukemia, I
find,
thought, but
or leukemia, whatever. And then
yeah.
he comes back, can't get on the field. The Texans have kind of moved on without him.
Right.
They trade him first somewhere else. Was it New England? And then he went to the Jets?
Didn't he take a stop with Dallas too? Or was that
Was it?
Mingo? Oh, that was Jonathan Mingo,
That was
right?
Mingo.
Sorry, I had
So
confused those
Mtch went
guys
somewhere
all
else,
the time.
but the second he got to the Jets and they had jettisoned everybody else, Wilson is injured, and I'm like, this guy had massive potential coming out of college. I just really wanted to see if he could do anything with it, and boy, has he!
So here's my only. Now I think it through a little more, and I worry right about the quarterback. And I understand he's shown with whatever, like he can make it happen. And they're talking about him. The coach is talking about him. Everyone's talking. It's like this guy is not, he's not a joke. He's in your lineup, maybe. I mean, but who's
Would you
a
take him out and put
quarterback?
Johnston back in?
It's hard. It's hard because, like, if you think for sure, that Herbert is quarterback number one, if this is the week.
Well, and
then,
that is
man,
my
you want
feeling.
all
This
those
is such a
pieces.
get right game. I just think they're going to just rock them so hard, and it's going to be through the air. It's going to be Herbert. He's had 2 weeks to sit with being benched.
Yeah, I mean, look at Hampton. How much are they gonna really use Hampton on his first game back? I don't know how ready he really is. He did stay out a long time.
But having him back is massive.
It is.
And again, everything in life is timing. And coming off a bye week, coming off of a disastrous performance where you got, I'm just gonna say it, you got butt fucked.
Was it like the great butt fucking the second?
It was the great butt fucking of 2025, where you went to Jacksonville and got benched for Trey Lance. Come on. If that doesn't motivate a guy who is a top 3 talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and then you get to come back against the Raiders, the most defeated team next to the Titans. I mean, this is it. This is the moment, the wave and the crashing and the scoring.
You're right. It's all about timing. This is the perfect storm, right? They've had a chance to rest. And we all know that everybody from the management down to most of the team, the players, are going to be completely torn apart. It's going to be a totally different team next year in Vegas. That team is done. Like everybody from the coach is gone, the coordinators are gone. There's no hope. They all know that they're dead men walking. It's the lame duck season for the rest of. They all know it. It's hard to put your heart into that. And I know that individuals are still like, hey man, I need to. This is my, my life, my family, blah blah blah. I get that, I do. But at the same time, man, that whole energy it's hard to overcome that as an individual player. When you got Gino and everybody else that suck.
Yeah, I mean, this team is going the way of the Sands Casino and the Tropicana.
It should fold as an organization. Yeah. You tried going to Oakland. You tried going to Los Angeles. You tried going to Vegas. You know what? It's time to stop trying. You're done. No more. You can't make it. If you can't make it there, you can't make it anywhere. So, adios.
This is the week.
What you got?
And I know I'm on a loop here, but this is the week that Derrick Henry.
I got it. I knew it.
Now, listen, he may not have been RB1
backup.
last week, but he did get 2 touchdowns. So, and he actually caught a few balls. Wasn't his best week on the ground. Again, their play calling is so weird.
Listen, look at Henry's numbers versus the team of Cincinnati.
Yes.
Have you done this? It's crazy. He always eats. And this year, it's again the perfect storm. The worst running defense in the National Football League.
Number 1,
the worst
defense against the run. And I don't think Joe Burrow being there is going to change the defensive
that doesn't
ability.
Change. That doesn't change. Look, maybe they get a little boost of energy and they try a little harder or whatever, but maybe they go from 32 to 31. You know what I mean? But that's about it. Yeah, Derrick Henry going to go through that.
Yeah, and the Ravens, if they're smart, they're going to control the clock and keep Burrow off the field.
And, if Lamar's been struggling with lately.
So he's been struggling. The ball with Henry
so would
and
you
with
lean
Keaton,
on right?
And Justice Hill's out, so you got a real thunder and lightning happening.
Oh wait, Justice Hill is out.
He's out.
Oh, Keaton Mitchell DFS adding him now.
Do it.
Love it. Even though anyway, whatever.
But it should be.
I love
it
that.
should be
I
the Derrick Henry show.
So I'll say that was my but my backup is my pivot is this is the week. Bijan Robinson is the running back, a number 1 versus the Jets.
There you go. Good pick. I absolutely agree with that. And in fact, to me, though, he is the only really super must-start one on Atlanta this week, just because we didn't see much else from anybody else.
Yeah, must start. Oh, yeah, he's the only one.
It's just him. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely
and this is the week, and we've already explained why. The Seahawks defense will be defense number 1 versus Brosman,
yeah,
whatever.
I'm going to say that guy is going to be questioning his life choices. Yeah. Brosman?
It's too bad you can't trade for the Seahawks. It's too bad you can't because the deadline's passed for pretty much every league. That it's too bad. DFS, it's probably easily the most expensive defense.
You know what? It's not.
Who's the most expensive?
It's the 3rd most expensive. There are 2 above it. I'm trying to remember who they are.
Say Rams might be 1.
I think that's 1. Gosh. But to me, this is it. But there are 2 others. The Chargers.
The Chargers
are number 1.
Right,
Chargers
which I picked up in many leagues.
Yes.
The Chargers were available.
Chargers are number 1.
Coming off the bye, I able to grab a couple shares.
Yeah.
I got them in there, baby.
Gino. Yeah. So
Gino
Chargers are number 1 on DraftKings.
Throws to any guy in any shirt. So
I just can't remember who 2nd is, but I think that Seahawks are 3rd. Now that's nuts because especially now
versus Brosmer, that might change by tomorrow. You look at it tomorrow, and Seattle will probably be.
I think it's locked. Once it's out, they don't change once the salaries are.
That's true because they leave guys in there at a price, even though they're on IR.
Yeah, they've done that, and I've been fooled by that by not looking or not realizing.
Right,
it sucks. You know what? This is the week. But Dalton Kincaid, if he plays, is the tight end number 1, and if he does not play, then this is the week that Travis Kelce is tight end number 1 versus my beloved Cowboys.
There you go. That reminds me, one of the things I did get right from last week was I declared Hunter Henry a must start, and he went out there and dominated.
Number 1 overall.
Called it.
Number 1 overall.
Wilson.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Stradamus it. Well, listen, man, I'm just going to say something, and I don't want you to be surprised, okay, if Cleveland beats San Francisco this week.
Boy, I won't be. Actually, I will still be very, very surprised.
Don't be, man. Don't.
It's one thing for them. Who did they beat up on? The Jets last week or somebody? Who was that?
It was Vegas.
Oh, Vegas. That's.
I mean, you just got done talking about.
That's right. Schmucks. It was Vegas because we were there and losing our minds. And I'm like, I told you, Shador. Think about this.
3.5.
They made Shador look like a star. What do you think Herbert's going to do?
I'm not sure I would say they made him look like a star, but
They
the
made him look like
defense,
a star.
yeah, well, compared to Gino, that's for
Compared to
sure.
Dylan Gabriel
Right. Yeah.
or Kenny Pickett or whoever else they have on that lineup.
Kenny Pickett. Nice.
I'll tell you this, don't
What?
be
Yeah.
surprised if CJ Stroud starts the game,
Mm.
but Davis Mills finishes it.
Ooh, spicy. Ooh,
Versus the
throw in a little.
Colts in Indianapolis, I believe. Stroud has been really bad. Mills has started it was won 3 in a row. They are going, if it doesn't go right for Stroud early, it's going to be it's Davis Mills time in the second half. Don't be surprised.
That will be an amazing call if you get it right. Don't be surprised if Tennessee beats the Jags. Listen, man, I saw that beautiful idiot throw 3 touchdowns, but also threw 3 interceptions. He didn't look so great to me. His defense is saving him. And I will say, and I've been very anti-Cam Ward, but I will admit when I am wrong, and I can see that he has shown signs of improvement. And I'll say that it's almost vast improvement. I mean, it's not just a little step this last week. The last 2 weeks, really. If these trends continue, I don't see any reason why Tennessee cannot. That Chimere DK kid is for real. Okay, he's not like he's a real awesome player, and he's going to be relevant in fantasy next year, 100%, regardless of who's the quarterback. So don't be surprised.
I actually will be, but don't be surprised if the Bears get mauled by the Eagles. The Angry Eagles, especially Angry Eagles defense, very difficult to do. They're going to be in Philadelphia. The Bears are a team that are still susceptible to incredibles, to being out-physicaled by 100%. Defense.
I won't be surprised. In fact, what I'm hoping, like I'm afraid, it's not that I'll be surprised, I'm afraid of that. I don't want that to happen.
I don't
want
either.
this to be
I don't want that either.
But I'm afraid it's going to be a mauling. I
think so too.
You know what I mean?
The Eagles defense is going to maul the Bears.
Yeah, I won't be surprised, but don't tell me not to be afraid, Brian. I'm afraid. All right.
Be very afraid.
I'm going to say,
do you have any more surprises?
I do have last one, and this is what I alluded to earlier. Don't be surprised.
Here we go.
I love this.
Here we go.
If it's the Dallas Cowboys defense that makes the difference between winning and losing against Kansas City tomorrow, and that we win because of our defense, don't be surprised.
I will not be surprised. We all saw it last week. They just beat Philadelphia. This is, I won't be surprised. This is a different defense. We have Overshown back. That's huge.
That is such a big deal.
I mean, it's really like it's a totally different defense now.
Although you got to think that first half, you thought, oh, same defense, 21-0, but it was a weird, Freaky Friday. What happens in one half, the opposite can happen in the other half, and it totally did.
And it was amazing. It's also one of those things where, I mean, when AJ Brown is having a big day, you're in an anomaly situation.
You think?
And he's stunk every other game. What are you talking about?
AJ, you can't say that about AJ. He's great. He's having a bad year, a bad season, but I wouldn't say that it's an anomaly when he does what he's had a couple of very good games.
In this season, it is an anomaly. Do you want me to read you the record?
Yeah, let's hear. How many times did he break 10 points?
That isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about
that's a threshold.
I didn't put the threshold at that. You did.
I put it on there.
Here we go. 1 point, 5 points, 22 points, 1 point, 6 points, 11 points, 29 points, no points, 2 points, 8 points, 23 points.
So the zero was that an injury or was that
3 good games? 3 good games.
No, the one he had 0.
I don't know. I don't remember him being injured versus the Giants game.
Because 0 is a full goose.
Yeah, he must not have played because he's got full goose eggs across the board. So there are no targets or nothing. So he was full on out. But then he came back to a 2-pointer. Okay. So he's had 3 good games and 1, 2, 3,
So
4,
let me ask you
5,
this.
6
Tell me
bad
his
games.
last
That is
four. Tell me his last
twice as
four.
many bad
Okay,
games
I
as
get you.
good
Look,
games.
that's the whole thing. I want to know the most recent. So give me the last 4 games numbers.
23 was the most recent one versus Dallas. Big game. Before
Right.
that, 8, then 2, then of course the bye week of 0, and then so a full 3 weeks before that, 29.
So his last 4 games were split.
Yes.
Two good ones, and the good ones were over 20.
But over the
Right.
season, which is what we're talking about here.
I no. I
No, no,
don't
no,
think we are.
no,
I
yes,
don't
it
think we
is.
are talking about
We
the
are talking about
season.
the season.
I don't think we should be.
Well,
I think we should be
I think we
talking about the
absolutely have
recent.
to.
No, I don't think you do. Because
Yeah, you
look,
do. No,
things
yeah.
change. Look, then why is Dallas's defense is not the same at the beginning of the
But
season?
their
Their
offense is
offense is
exactly the
different.
same.
Now, I look at the most recent trends personally. If you want to look at the whole season, I get it. But at the end like this, I look at, are there new trends? Because things
Okay, so if we're
change.
looking at just even looking at that, 1 good, 2 bad,
Half of them
1
were pretty
good.
good.
Okay,
Half of them were
so
good. Right.
trending 1 good, 2 bad, 1 good. What does that mean the next one's going to be? Bad,
There is no,
bad.
that's, I
Say
don't,
the
like,
word.
is that, no.
Bad.
Why would I say that? Because it went 1, 2, 2, 1. This isn't a formula. That's not how it works.
That
It's
is,
just,
but you want to just look at the last 4 games and just look at the pattern.
yeah, I'm looking at recent trends, and I believe that
And
AJ
Detroit was
Brown
an
is not an anomaly.
easy
Anyway,
opponent.
we took too much time on this, but AJ Brown's not an anomaly in my
The
opinion.
point is, you're wrong.
Okay, fair. Okay. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Happy Thanksgiving.
But
all right. So that's all my don't be surprised. Should we bust through this quickly? The must starts.
Let's hit it.
Do it.
And I'm going to start with 2 blanket must starts, and that's Chargers versus Las Vegas, Seahawks versus Minnesota. Easy peasy, start them all.
Love it. Can't. Well, wait a minute. Does that include Charbonnet?
Yes.
Interesting. He did get that goal.
Minnesota,
I said he was a
they get up
last
high.
Week.
They're just going to run the ball. Charbonnet will be getting the touches.
I like it. And that means that you're back to Sam Blip and not Sam Pumpkin.
Yes. This week, great week to be Sam Good, Sam Darnold, Sam Blip, not Sam Pumpkin.
Blip, not Sam Pumpkin.
Yes.
How about let's start? I'm going to say you must start Tua versus the Saints.
Okay.
It's just a good matchup. They're on it. They're coming back from a break. And, I think even if he doesn't hit Waddle a ton on this one, which I think he will, but even if he doesn't, the downfield stuff, these dump offs, man, to Achan, who just goes and turns them into 10, 12, 15 yards per dump off, it all adds to his stats, So I like him. And Bo Nix this week versus Washington is going to have a field day. Listen, why would you play Jaden Daniels? We saw his arm. We knew when we saw it, we were like, oh, really? He's not going to, they're not putting him in IR. I can't believe they should have put him on IR. I don't know why they didn't do it. This is stupid. But anyway, Bo Nix.
Okay, I'm going to say you must start Joe Burrow. And in fact, this applies for the majority of the offensive side for the Bengals versus the Ravens, just because he's going to reinvigorate them. They're going to be playing with passion, energy, and desperation, which I like. But I wouldn't expect anything from the tight end position or the defense.
So I'm glad you brought up the tight end position. You should expect something from them.
From Drew Sample.
No, Mike Gesicki. That's the one. When T. Higgins is out, yes, T. Higgins is out, right? So when either T. Higgins or Jamar Chase is out, the number 2 for Joe Burrow has been Mike Gesicki.
I didn't realize he was back in. Yep. He's back.
So I do think there is something there.
So yeah,
it's a DFS flyer, right? It goes in that section. I have it there.
No, I think you can start Gesicki. I mean, again, they're going to need him, and he got 6 targets last week. I would put him in. If it was, I thought it was just Drew Sample, so I'm like, don't start him now. You can't. So yeah, Blake could start the Bengals offense, not the defense, for obvious reasons.
One more question: how about Yoshi Boss? Are we cool?
I think you can start him. I think you have to start him because again, Burrow's going to be slinging all day. passing for his life.
Okay.
Chase, the running back, is going to get a
Yes.
lot of
Chase
action, a
Brown.
lot of check down,
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's going to be.
a lot of this. You know,
Yep, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
The
Chase
other
Brown
two,
is going
the
to be
other two
big.
quarterbacks, I do think are must starts are Jordan Love tomorrow at Detroit.
Mhm.
Detroit's not great against the pass, and I think he's going to have a real opportunity to. I mean, everybody has a great day passing against Detroit. It's so weird. And then
And yeah,
Trevor Law, the
Trey
beautiful
Law.
idiot, Trev Law, T Law, the guy that I despise with all my heart. I just think, I mean, the matchup. He's got the Titans. We all know what that means. Is he going to score? It's like watching him walk off with her. Like, of course he's going to score. Look who he's walking off with. Yeah, he's good. He's coming back. He's coming back a man. So Trev Law is a must start this week and only this week.
Um, should we say our must sit quarterbacks?
Not yet.
That
We're
might
still
be
in the
fun.
starts.
Okay, I thought we could go must start, must sit, and just for fun, change it up. All right, running backs. I got Kareem Hunt. Must start versus the Cowboys. Our run defense is ungood. They're going to get close. They've been using it a lot. Again, 30 carries last week. I know Pacheco's back. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I still say he's a must start.
I think the split makes them far more difficult and takes them out of the must start situation. But you must start the Seattle RBs. You asked me about Charbonnet, and yes, you have to start Charbonnet too. I think if they get up, then the passing game, I mean, they'll use it when they have to on third down. But otherwise, it's going to be run, 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 run. And I think the whole second half will be Walker and Charbonnet.
I think at some point they may be doing so well, and Walker is so prone to injury, they may just be like, go ahead, Charbonnet, you go ahead and take the rest. Or even whoever the third guy is back there, some guy, maybe it's Amir Abdullah.
Holani, who I like a lot.
Oh, Holani, that's the guy. Right. I remember that guy.
I like Holani. George Holani.
I also think you should, I also think a must start would be Travion Henderson this week.
Oh, absolutely.
Who you're playing against me, who I dropped, which is fun.
Who I love.
That's always fun. I mean, I had to drop him, after week 8, but I just never went back for him. Anyway, but he's a must start this week versus the Giants.
Yeah.
They give up a lot to the run.
A lot. I think they're like top 3 bad against the run.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I tell you this, I am starting Jordan Love over Sam Darnold because I do believe it'll be a heavy run game for Seattle and a much more heavier pass game for Green Bay.
Even with Josh Jacobs back. And you saw what they did last week without him, which was still all run.
I know, but again,
I know, I'm just
Josh
asking.
Jacobs may be back, but is he back? And
Right.
then I just think versus Detroit, in Detroit, it's going to turn into a track meet real fast.
We'll see. Detroit is a weird team, man. I never know what's going to happen with them. They're hard to pin down, just like the Chargers. I don't know what they are. I'm not sure if they're good or bad. What about wide receivers? Tell us who we got to start.
I still have MUNNY as a must start at the Jets. I mean, London
I have him as well. It's a good one.
Yeah, he's doubtful, and they're against the Jets. So great time to fire up MUNNY and my guy Mtch. Mtch versus Atlanta.
Must start.
Strong must start Mtch.
Wow, must start Mtch. That's his new nickname.
His new nickname is must start Mtch.
Must start Mtch. Hashtag must start Mtch. Send it out. I love it. Who else you got? You got any other?
No, those are my wide receivers. That
all right, I got AJ Brown versus Chicago. It's not an anomaly, my friend. That's why I fought so hard when you brought it up. He's on my must starts. He's trending up. He is going to feast. Chicago's defense is not good. Everybody scores a ton on Chicago.
That's true. I could easily give him this week. I absolutely could give him this week as another good
great matchup.
But there's something weird about this Philly offense that just does weird things. I can't explain it. He shouldn't ever have these numbers.
So I think the weird thing is Saquon Barkley. That's the weird thing about the offense. It's all out of sync because he's out of sync, and it doesn't work without that piece.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is.
Attributable to Lane Johnson not playing as much as he has in the past.
Yeah. What about Michael Wilson? Let's stay in the flames with Michael Wilson. How about 3 in a row? Let's make it a hat trick. He's playing against Tampa. Their defense is kind of, I don't know, not sure. I feel like it's better against the run than it is against the pass. Um, and all the targets. If Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't play, he's a must start.
Yeah.
If Marvin Harrison
And
Jr. plays,
he might be a must start anyway.
he might. I mean, they've already shown
Because there's
like
no chemistry with MJH, or
well, remember there
MHJ.
was that first day that MHJ played with him. He had his career high. He had 6 targets in the first quarter of that game with Brissett on their first game. And he had his career high with receptions. And it was like everyone was like, oh my God, this is what we and then he got hurt.
Right.
That's what happened. That is what happened. I remember because I had him in a league and I was like, yes, finally. And anyway.
Well, maybe
Sad.
if he comes out and shows out, then that one trade rape won't look so bad.
Which one?
Huh?
Marvin Harrison?
Yeah. The Marvin Harrison, Joe Mixon for Amon-Ra St. Brown BS.
Oh, it was Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. I forgot it was him.
It was. I will never forget.
Yeah. I'm aware. 0.01 points. Tight ends, who you got?
Ferguson at the Chiefs. I think the Cowboys are going to need the help, and I think tomorrow's going to be a Fergie day. It's not that it's such a great matchup. I just got a vibe, and I think Ferguson is going to have a great day tomorrow. I just do. So I'm saying Ferguson is a must start. I mean, he is a good tight end. He hasn't seen a lot of production. It's talk about hit and miss, hot and cold, more cold than hot.
He went through a big streak there, at the beginning of the season.
Right. And then fell really right off a cliff.
Really cooled
off.
But
I think tomorrow's much like with Trevor Lawrence and some of the guys that Herbert, I mean, all these situations, Quentin Johnston. I think tomorrow's a good day for Ferguson.
I think so too. I can see it. When you think about it, now people are saying, well, who do you double, Pickens or Lamb? Right?
Yeah.
Like that. If you're the defense coordinator, you got to really think this through.
And the Chiefs have a good pass rush still. Once what's his name, Jones actually gets going, he's been looking real old. But then in the second half of last week, all of a sudden he looked real good again.
He did.
And so if he turns it up again on Thanksgiving versus Cowboys, guess who they're going to need right there? Our guy.
They're going to need. You know who they're going to need? I'll tell you who. You know who they're going to need? They're going to need the guy who administers the PED tests. And they're going to have to give one to Chris and find out if he's on some PEDs. If he can do it twice in a row, I'm going to say
he's on the juice.
PED. Yeah,
he's on the juice.
I wonder, do you think that they tested Pickens after the game, that last one? Because they used to do that to DK Metcalf all the time.
I think it's really a matter of who they think is doing that or not. And I think Pickens would have told everybody if they did. So
yeah.
So
for sure.
He would have put it blasted.
Yeah, I guess because we don't know, it didn't happen.
That's what
I would have though. I'd be like, look, what I saw was not human. You must be on some sort of enhancing. Like this can't be natural. I would have tested just from my eyes, going, well, that's not normal.
Dude, the guy's a talent, and everybody's talking about it. He's number 2. Dude. He's number 2 to JSN.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's
Pickens.
Amazing.
It's Pickens.
Wow, I'm shocked. That's incredible. That's incredible. Yep. Well, how do you think we'll F that up?
Oh, I don't know. We'll find a way. By franchise tagging him instead of signing him.
Yep, we already said we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So tight ends. How about Juwan Johnson versus Miami in New Orleans? He was really good at the beginning, then he got hurt, and then it was a cold spell, and you kind of forgot about him. He's back. He's getting the targets. He's getting production. It's a pretty good matchup. He's a lot safer than some of the other names that are out there right now. I mean, look, you're not going to sit Brock Bowers, but I hate that matchup.
I know, and I've got him, and it's between him and Ferguson.
I get it. Those are neither one of them are great matchups. It's hard. It's hard
tough,
one.
And I'm sticking with Bowers on that one.
Of course, you have to.
You have to.
Talent. You just say, look, you're not going to outsmart yourself. You go with the guy who's the best. Yeah, that's the best.
And he's the best.
That's it. Out of the two you have, that's for sure the best. How about Cade Otton? I know you didn't love it.
A lot of it obviously comes down to who the quarterback is. I mean, if it's
it's Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah, if it is, then I don't trust any of them. I hate to say it, but it's like Tez Johnson caught a touchdown from Baker. Then Baker goes out. He never whipped the ball again. So if it's Teddy, none of them are trustable. If it's
You know
not, if
what?
it's Baker, then yeah, put him back in. I mean, that's what ruined it for me was him going out.
You know what? I agree with you now. I didn't think about that. Forget about the matchup. You got to look at that. That is such a big factor.
It
You're
hurts
right.
all of their offense.
Can't
If
do it.
anything, it might help with the run game because they're
Bucky.
going to have to lean
Right.
on it.
Yep.
So
Yep. What about defenses? I think we already
defense,
mentioned. I mean,
I
yeah, we've
got
already
two.
got it.
I got two.
Yeah.
The Chargers defense versus the
Right.
Raiders, obviously, chef's kiss. And the Colts defense versus the Texans. This game, I just don't think the Texans defense is very good. Their offense is not very good. The Colts defense is very good, not as good as Houston's, which is truly dominant, but it is very good. And versus, especially if Stroud starts, I like the Colts defense very, very much.
Wow. Is he going to start? When do we
He
find that
is
out?
supposed to start right now.
Wow. I'm not sure I would do that if I
They
were the
may
coach, but
not. I mean, the Mills Mafia is real.
it's what, 3 in a row?
Three in a
4 or what?
row.
I mean, geez, how do you put that down? Anyway, that'd be a tough call.
And it is a tough call. And they're trying to act like, no, we're still, we're committed to Stroud. We'll see.
Well, how about some DFS plays? You got any of those for us? You got some quarterbacks?
Well, we got to do some must sits first.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, let's sit a couple guys.
And let's run through this really quickly. I think you
Let's
have
do
to
it.
sit Caleb Williams at Philly, Purdy at Cleveland, and Daniel Jones versus Houston. What do you got for QBs?
I've got Lamar Jackson. I hate to say it. You
Well,
must sit him.
he's strong. He ain't running much, so
Look, man, I also have Brock Purdy, and I had Baker Mayfield, but now you are forced to sit him. So, but Lamar Jackson, I guess, is the big one here. I think you must sit him. I would start Trevor Lawrence this week over Lamar Jackson.
yeah, absolutely.
Weird.
If you happen to have a good backup, you need to play him.
Yep.
Running backs, I would say sit Javonte Williams versus KC.
Nailed
Pacheco Hunt at Dallas, just because the split's going to be weird and Pacheco's been terrible.
it.
Tyrone Tracy at New England, and consequently probably Singletary as well. And Dowdle versus San Francisco. I mean, it's going to be a very tough matchup, and
That's the one I disagree with a little bit. I think Dowdle actually can make it happen. Out of all of them, I think he's got the best shot of making you wrong.
And I said earlier, it could be one of those
Don't be
weird
surprised.
games where,
Yeah.
don't be surprised if he actually has a great game.
Right.
But right
Yeah,
now,
I get it.
for me,
It's
he's
hard.
a sit. What do you
Hard
got
out
running
there.
back wise? Who do you got?
You're not going to like this one, but I would sit all of the Tampa Bay running backs, including Bucky Irving, because we just don't know with 3 people and what the workload's going to be. And gosh, it's hard to just rely on this right away. I know it's hard after you've waited for so long, and maybe it's your only choice. And I see the
Well,
projections are instantly huge. They're like 15 points for him immediately.
and
I'm just not sure if that's believable.
I agree. And again, the Baker Mayfield thing, if Baker doesn't play, I'll probably switch him out with Dowdle.
Yeah. There you go. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yep.
I feel you. That's a real one.
It's a
And
tough
then
one.
I
Tough
also
one.
had Javonte Williams as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good call.
Must sit wide receivers. DJ Moore at Philly. Again, last week was the week. Don't chase those points. I know you want to, but I think Philly's gonna put a hurting on the Bears. Juwan Jennings at Cleveland.
Yeah. You got mine.
Yeah, the Cleveland they're just such a great defense. And I know you want to play him, but Purdy didn't look that great either. So, but yet they're sticking with Purdy over Mac Jones, who won 3 games as well. So,
Yeah, they just paid Purdy. I think they gotta make that the right.
The other one who I know you're sitting anyway, this was on me, Jerry Jeudy at San Francisco.
Sure, yeah, of course.
I really thought maybe he would be seen finally. No, he is still
he
a
was
ghost.
seen.
He was seen running around for no reason.
Right.
Pittman versus Houston. Houston just number 1.
Wow, you're saying must sit?
Yeah,
Pittman?
you got to sit Pittman. Not a good matchup for him. They're going to key on him. It might open up the other guys, but I think Pittman has a bad game. And all Bucks wide receivers versus Arizona because of the no Baker situation.
Yeah, I hate the Abuka thing. Let me ask you this. Abuka, it's disgusting. But Abuka with Teddy or Christian Watson.
That's like saying this piece of sushi with a turd on it, or this piece of cod.
A turd. Yeah.
This piece of cod from Luby's.
Right. I think I'll take the cod
I think you might
from
have to go
Luby's.
cod.
So, holy crap. All right. Christian Watson, welcome to the lineup. Have a seat, Amika, Mecca, or whatever. Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
That's tough to say.
I hate it. But you know who else you got to sit, my friend? Justin Jefferson. How sad that we have to sit Justin Jefferson. Can you trust Osmond, the Bros man, Manzier,
Brismere,
the Bro,
Brosenseer,
Brosenstein? Listen, man,
Brosmaz.
I don't think the Brosenheiser is going to do good. I don't think he's going to make it. So
the Bronzier,
he must have been so bad that they were like, all right, Carson Wentz, you know what? I know you're dying, right? And then you're physically torn apart, like your chest is ripped open, like your muscles are. Anyway,
you think you can get
you got to finish this because we can't put this Rosenheimen in, right now. It's
you know
not
what the
work.
thing is, though? They saw Wentz was out of commission before the trade deadline, and again made no moves to back that up. So that's on Minnesota right now, entirely on their front office.
Crazy.
So I know they want to show that they're all in on JJ, but at a certain point, you're being stupid.
Yeah.
Must-sit defenses. I just have one. The Ravens defense in Cincinnati. Again, I just think Joe Burrow is going to come out to slice and dice. He does it, especially at this time of the season, especially after coming off of big injuries. This seems to be the tail of the tape every year. And then he comes out and throws 5 fucking touchdowns. So I don't like the Ravens defense this week at all.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I like that we passed over the must-sit tight ends because there aren't any, in my opinion, that you wouldn't already sit. There's nothing I can say. So
yeah, same here.
Kansas City,
if they're playable, you're going to have to play them. So
correct. There's no must-sits. Kansas City at Dallas. I think you sit that defense this week. I think Dallas. I don't want to say it's going to go over because they've got it for I think it's over 50 points.
I was going to say, I thought it was 52. Is that
52? That's a ridiculous. It's a lot. Or 50. Yeah. Anyway,
it's a lot.
So
it's a lot.
I'm sitting the defenses on both sides, and I'm going to sit the Green Bay defense versus Detroit. You would mention they're playing at home and all that, and Thanksgiving. After what Gibbs just did, man, they feel good. I think you can't play Green Bay's defense versus Detroit.
I agree with that. I think that's I think I'd pass on them just like the Ravens.
Let's do some flyers and then let's make some money and then let's go get ready to have some turkey and enjoy.
Let's do it. I know we got to get this done. We've been going for like an hour and a half. Let's rock all the way through the rest of this. My one real sleeper flyer is Devin Neal at Miami. It's a great matchup. It's a great opportunity. It's a flyer. It is not a must start, but it's time to kneel and pray, baby.
Yep, this is the week. My quarterbacks are Kirk Cousins at the Jets, 4,800, and Cam Ward versus the Jags. I think that's going to be an upset, 4,600. Running back Devin Neal is 5,000, and Bayshell Tootin versus Tennessee, 4,500. That's only if they really start. If they go away with it, the Jags, then he'll have
Tootin gets more carries. Sure, no, he's a Charbonnet type.
And your guy Mtch, I've got versus Atlanta, 3,800. And Jaden, it's really good. I actually put him in
Jaden Higgins from Houston.
Yes, versus the Colts, only 3,900. And then for tight ends, how about Evan Ingram versus Washington, only 3,300. I know he's not been heard of. They just got off a bye. It's a very good matchup for them. And again, it's a flyer. It's a DFS play for 3,300. Colby Parkinson with what's his face gone?
The Rams, yeah.
Yep. Versus Carolina, 2,800 for a starting tight end on a great offense. I think it's a really good DFS play. And this one's gnarly. Okay, but let's go deep. Gunnar Helm. Gunnar Helm. Can I interest you in a Gunnar Helm versus the Jets?
No, you can't. Stop it. Stop selling people fucking
he's only
desolate real estate.
$2,600. He's only
Who
2,600
cares?
bucks.
It's a waste of 2,600
Can I
bucks.
say this? Can I just take this moment to say that you were wrong when you made this point last week about the Jets when I had picked their defense at 2,000? They got 15 fantasy points last week. I'm
Shocker.
just going to say it. They did. So I hear
Okay,
you
you know what? I will give you credit for the Jets defense. I will give you nothing on Gunnar Helm
until this hits.
until it
Those
hits.
are flyers.
Okay, what
Just
position does he play?
tight end
For who?
for Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to win the game. Anyway, Gunnar Helm, 2,600 bucks, sleeper flyer, and
That is a deep sleeper.
that's where I go, man. I got to give them to you. What if you're in a 14-person league and you need this? There's people out there who do that.
Okay,
There's
you're right.
sick
Okay,
people out there.
okay, I'm with it.
Defense, the Titans versus the Jags, 2,200, and the Listen to this: the Houston Texans defense versus the Colts is under 3. It's $2,900.
Yeah, get a slice of that for sure.
So I mean, for a DFS play, I know it's not a sleeper, but
Encouraging people to
DFS
play the Titans defense, I think, is foolhardy at best.
22. Of course you do.
But,
Yes,
you know.
I understand these are deep sleeper flyers. That's what this is. Let's make some money. Do you
Let's
have
make some
any
money.
locks?
I do. I've got two. I like the Colts versus the Texans under 45.5. I like the under. I think this winds up like a 21-13 kind of a game. I don't see
Yeah.
either one of them being able to generate a ton of points. The Houston defense is just that good, and then the Houston offense just isn't that good, and the Colts defense is good enough. And I think that equals up to a very low-scoring game. I love the under on that. And Denver -6 at Washington. I just don't think that Washington's going to be able to generate. Again, the Denver defense being phenomenal, being amazing as they are. And I just think the Denver -6 that's a lock.
So I only have one lock. I love both of yours. I have one lock. Bills -3.5 over Pittsburgh.
Okay.
That's my lock of the week. It is a guaranteed lock.
I like it.
Josh Allen.
I like that one a lot.
Angry
yeah.
Allen.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like that. Let me put that. I'm going to write that down.
I would love to throw some quick ones at you, my dice rolls.
I got my dice rolls too. You know, I love the dice rolls.
I got the Giants +7 versus the Patriots. I got the Browns +4.5 over the Niners. I got Tennessee +6.5 over the Jags. Surprise, surprise. I got Houston +4 over the Colts. Atlanta -2.5 over the Jets. That seems like a gimme. And then the Bengals +7 over the Ravens, if it is what we think it is. Those are my dice rolls.
Well, I like Green Bay at Detroit +3. They're +3. I think that's solid. I like that. These are the dice rolls. I like Carolina +10.5 versus the Rams, only because they're at home and they're not that bad.
Their defense was very good.
Yeah.
Their defense looked very good.
10.5? I like 10.5. Again, dice roll, not a lock.
Right.
Dice roll.
But Stafford is like, that they're
lighting it up
Super Bowl
at home in comfortable SoFi. They're going to be out in the elements of Carolina.
No, that's a good point. Let's see how Stafford can do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a different game. You're dragging an indoor West Coast team to the East Coast in the cold, outdoors.
Okay.
I like that 10.5.
Let's take those points.
Dice roll, low ball bet. See where it takes you.
10.5 points is nice.
On the opposite side, I like Seattle minus the 10.5 versus Minnesota. I think
that does feel so easy, doesn't it?
It does. I'm like, yeah, it'll easily be like 14, 17, 20 points. Like it's going to be
20,
total domination. I don't see Minnesota scoring. And and I see Seattle getting at least 2 touchdowns, if not 3, 4, 5. This could be
I think Seattle's defense
to 6
scores 2 touchdowns.
Situation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this could wind up like a 35-6 type situation, a blowout. I love Seattle minus 10.5 in this. It seems like a lot. Again, in the Rams game versus a very decent Carolina team in Carolina, don't like it. But in this one, I like it a lot. I'll take it all day.
I need to know who is on the payroll for which refs are going to be on these games, because there's some stuff. When you had said Guyton was on the payroll because he kept effing everything up for the Cowboys during the, it was like, dude, sit him out,
And
take
now
him
he's
out of the
out,
game.
and I'm like, I saw that today that he's out for the game tomorrow, and I'm like, that might be a blessing in disguise
Oh
because he
yeah,
does seem to be throwing a lot of plays.
or at least he did that game. The fix,
Yeah,
he was. It felt that way when you said that. John was over at the house watching, and I had said the exact same thing to him. Is like,
yeah,
this feels like he's doing it on purpose.
yeah. Because he's fouling for no
Anyway,
reason when the play isn't even going his direction.
yes.
He was just
But
like,
listen, man.
illegal motion, bagging up. Sorry, we were going to score. Now we don't. Like, I'm telling you, a lot more of these guys, and it's not every week, but here and there, they're going to take the check.
There is one other thing I just want to say, quickly, and that is that it keeps happening, and we need to make it stop. The coaches have got to remember how to kick field goals and to do that in the games where field goals matter.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys not kicking that field goal was so frustrating, and it made me so angry. And I feel like they're just looking at an AI algorithm and punching it in, and the computer says, no, you have to go. And they just listen to that, and they don't use their freaking own heads. It seems so obvious. Anyway.
Hey, well, listen, we were talking about that game a couple weeks ago where either team could have won it with a field goal, and they both went for it on fourth. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why won't people just
game with a field goal, and you're going for it on fourth after you've been stopped 3 times? You're like, you know what? Go again. Even though we win with a field goal and we're 5 yards out, we better go for it again. Like, winning by 3 or winning by 7 means no fucking difference. You won the game. It only means something to who?
The bookies. The bookies, exactly. All right. Well, I hope that we just solved the mystery of our sports rigged. The answer is yeah, for sure.
All of them, yes. Gambling is out of control in America. And
the mafia and players and coaches and the Illuminati and your mom and your dog, they're all in on it, dude. You are not paranoid. It's rigged. But we love it,
I feel like the online platforms are teaming up with the knuckle breakers and being like, listen, we can't make the deal, but you can.
Getting the Moose's picks.
Exactly. Don't think the mafia is so dumb they haven't seen where this is going. They're partnering up with DraftKings and FanDuel and everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Trust.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are run by MGM and Caesars. I mean, they're already there. So,
listen, after this giant episode, I would like to say, my friend, I'm glad we found time to do this. I will try to get as many out tonight as I can, or have them set for early in the morning.
Sure.
But I just hope that
we just have to get the episode out and the clicks, the clips and whatever.
I just hope that you and yours have an awesome holiday, that you enjoy it, that the Cowboys win, and that it's a great meal, and you have an awesome day, and that when you're done, you get a nice freaking nap, and then you can go for seconds and get a late game, and then go 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day for the next game. I just hope you enjoy it all and take it easy, and it's perfect. That's what I want.
The same thing for you. Except the only difference, I want all the same thing. The food, the Cowboys victory, all our predictions to be accurate. We're playing each other in
record
fantasy.
Win. Yeah.
I hope no, but I just hope your brother chokes on the wishbone. That's the only difference.
A terrible thing to say. What an awful thing to say. And I'll tell you what, I don't have to splice that clip. Okay. That one, y'all heard it. Happy Thanksgiving, Jeff. I hope you die.
I said choke. I didn't say die. You can give him the Heimlich and he goes, but I just hope.
The wishbone?
The wishbone.
You're going to have to do a tracheotomy and get that out.
Well, whatever it takes. I don't want him to die. I just want him to pay for what he did.
I wish for all these wonderful things for you, and you wish illness and bad health to my family. How dare you?
No. Just your brother.
Yeah, that's my family.
Okay, tomato.
Okay.
The point is, I
want all of your family
to have a wonderful day.
All the points, and Jeff, I hope you don't choke on it. In fact, I'll make sure it's removed, just in case. Now that it's out there in the universe. but I don't like the manifesting stuff. But
I'm not
listen,
manifesting nothing. I'm just goofing. I hope
yeah,
he has a happy Thanksgiving
there you
too. That trade
go.
raping son of a bitch.
Yeah, I hope your
Uh,
weasels enjoy it. I hope everybody has a good time. Right.
and everybody will. And most importantly, if anybody enjoys our clips and our show, thank you for being a part of our lives and enjoy the show. We
Yeah.
do this. We do this for ourselves. We do it for you. We do it for America. So, hey,
Yeah.
everybody have a great day. We love you, America. Happy Thanksgiving. This has been the Week 13 preview of Fantasy Football. Harsh
Harsh
reality.
reality.